Hi everyone, Celia here. How are you doing on this happy Saturday? I hope you're planning a wonderful weekend of relaxation and fun. I wanted to come to you, I think the majority of you know, or a lot of you know, that I had a heart attack about a month and a half ago. And I think it's super important to talk about this. Sorry, I was fixing my phone. Talk about this live with you guys so that women, especially women, know what it's like to have a heart attack. Now, I've already had a bunch of people that I've talked to ask me how it felt, stuff like that. So let me tell you what it didn't feel like. And before I start into this, I just want to welcome you all, let you know who I am if you've never been with me before, and I haven't been live much except for story time lately because I've been recovering. My name is Celia. I'm a family empowerment coach. So what I do is I teach parents and adults and kids skills, strategies, all kinds of techniques to really get themselves empowered so that they can turn around and empower their kids. And of course, health and wellness is a huge part of that. Now, for those of you that know me, I am the founder of Pumped Up Parenting. I'm also the founder of Fun Fit Family Fitness, which is a children's fitness company, a family fitness company that focuses on the health and wellness of kids and their parents. Our classes start at 11 months, go through elementary school. And for our younger kid classes, our 11-month to 4-year-old classes, parents are included because we believe in having, a family bond, a family tradition of fitness and health and wellness. So that's all about me. You can find me at CeliaKibler.com or PumpedUpParenting.com. Okay. So now I want to talk a little bit about my heart attack. All right. Because I feel like, hi, Krista. I feel like, you guys, especially women, need to know what a heart attack is not for women. And I've learned this after doing a bunch of research after I had mine. What my heart attack was not was pain in my chest with radiating numbness down my arm. It was not that. And that's what everybody teaches you to be. It teaches you to have that pain in your that you're going to have pain in your chest and your arm is going to go numb. And from what I've learned, that's what it teaches men. I mean, that's what men experience. Women don't experience that. I didn't experience numbness in my arm at all. I got a little numbness in my fingertips. That was probably by the time I was in the hospital. That was from the house to the ambulance to the hospital. That was the first numbness I felt at all in my fingertips. But I want to tell you what I felt. I felt discomfort in my chest, had a hard time breathing. It actually dawned on me that maybe I had caught COVID. I was babysitting my grandkids at the time, which I do on Thursdays, and I suddenly felt like I was going to faint. Now, I have felt like I would faint. I felt like, I've had a lifetime of fainting spells, not continuously, but I know what it's like to faint. So that's what triggered me. And that's what made me call my daughter's neighbor who lived right next door and ask her if she would come over. I felt sick. I felt like I was going to faint. And I was with my grandchildren who are 3 and 6. Well, now 4 and 7. That's what I was feeling. By the time she got over, I was like kind of on the floor, very uncomfortable. My back hurt terribly. Now, for those of you that don't know it, I have scoliosis. I've had it since childhood. And usually if my back is hurting, I'm like in a bad position or I'm sitting on an uncomfortable chair or something like that. So I tried moving myself to the sofa, which made me even more uncomfortable, made my back hurt more, and I wasn't breathing as well. Hi, Brian. So at that point, my daughter's neighbor called the woman across the street who's a nurse. She came over, started taking my vitals, and then they called 911, I think, and also called their other friend, and I know all these people, who is a policewoman. She came over and she saw two of the neighborhood EMTs that were off duty. They all came over. So fortunately for me, within about 10 minutes, I had a nurse, a police woman, and two EMTs by my side. Now, the EMTs were off duty, and those were the only two people in the neighborhood I had never met. So I didn't really know them. But somehow, I was very out of it at that point. Somehow I knew that they were EMTs. They must have told me. And I couldn't figure out why they were dressed so casually. Hi, Deborah. They were dressed like that. They were like in Hawaiian shirts and then Washington National shirts. One was in Hawaiian, one was in the national shirt. And I kept thinking, like, don't you guys have an outfit, a uniform? Like, why are you dressed? It's like casual Thursday. But anyway, I didn't realize, who they were, because by then I was in La La Land. Still no numbness on my arm. And I really thought it was more COVID or something like that. It did not dawn on me that it might be a heart attack. This never dawned on me. I exercise a couple hours a day. Well, not as much since COVID. I eat healthy. I'm very energetic. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. And here I was on the floor having a heart attack, which I didn't even realize I was having. So all those things they tell you, ladies, that deal. And as I discover more and more, read about women's symptoms, they're not those traditional heart attack symptoms that they tell you about at all. So the best thing I can tell you, if you're feeling super uncomfortable, call 911 because you don't know. Thank goodness I had people there, and those EMTs, I'm pretty sure they knew I was having a heart attack. They asked if there was aspirin in my daughter's house. She didn't have aspirin. She had Tylenol and ibuprofen, which does nothing. So keep aspirin in your house, baby aspirin, and when I got to the ambulance when I got to them, they had me take 4 baby aspirin. And then I started feeling better. And I was like, I feel great. I can go home now. I feel wonderful. But then it came back again, kind of like labor pains. You know how they go away and then they come back. That's how the pain and discomfort was. And then, of course, the ambulance driver was like, priority, no traffic lights, the EMT in the ambulance. And the driver was like, no traffic lights. She's like, just go. So that's about all I remember in the ambulance. And so I knew clearly something was up. And lo and behold, I was having a heart attack, which I still didn't know at the time. I mean, that was like the farthest thing from my mind. So, we got to the hospital and they prepared me for this heart attack thing, did a COVID test, no COVID. That was negative. That was super fast, guys. I mean, like super fast. I had one COVID test I did about a month or so ago. It took over a month to get a result, but that was kind of a screw up. But anyway, no COVID. And next thing I know, I'm out of it. I don't even remember going to surgery or being in surgery. And I come back out and I look at the clock and it's like 8:30 and I'm like, is that the right time? And they're like, yes. And you've had a stent put in and you were having a heart attack. And what happened, this freak thing was, now guys, I'm 62 years old. So with my age, there is some normal plaque that builds up. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. It says Facebook user, so I'm not sure who it is. Oh, it's Patty. Hi, Patty. Sorry, I have my phone running and pumped up parenting so I can see you. You are so welcome because this is super important, guys. We don't know. We're not taught this. We assume everybody has chest pain and radiating numbness. That's what they tell you, tingling, all that. And none of that. I had discomfort, like breathing. It wasn't really, it was pain in my back. Sorry, I did have pain in my back. And, what happened was with age comes plaque. Not, when you eat terrible and you block your lungs and your lungs your arteries clog up from plaque. This, as they said, was normal plaque for my age. And they said, honestly, had I gone to the doctor or cardiologist 2 days earlier, that cardiologist would have said, my heart looks great. I've had people tell me when I was in my 50s that I had a heart of a 30-year-old. So they said there wouldn't have been any alarms going off had I visited a cardiologist 2 days earlier. What happened was a small piece of plaque broke off, and what your body does, like a paper cut, it clots it. So it clotted this piece of plaque, and what happened was this piece of plaque broke off in the artery that brings blood and oxygen to my heart. And the body clotted it and closed that artery 98%. And luckily, because we had called 911 and that aspirin got into my system, they said that the aspirin gives you just enough time to get to a medical facility, a hospital, a doctor, so that you can get it taken care of. Thank God, because there's only 2% more, and that would have been cut off, and that would have been it for me. And so I'm telling you, ladies especially, be aware. Don't just be like, oh, I'm not feeling good. I'm having indigestion. A lot of times that's what it feels like, indigestion, nausea, maybe you vomit. If you feel weird, and we all know how we can feel weird, but us women specifically feel like, oh, it's nothing. I've got things to do. I've got kids to take care of. I'm hypoglycemic. An hour before this happened, I went and got something to eat because I was feeling funny. I had taken the kids, my grandkids, on a long walk in their neighborhood. It was hot. I felt fine. Did that 2 hours before I had my heart attack. Felt fine. Didn't feel bad. Didn't feel nothing other than getting hot. We came home. We ate a little. It was all fine. I had no idea. No idea. And when this happened, I also had no idea that this was a heart attack. I just knew I felt terrible. I was going to faint. I might have fainted. I'm not even sure. And I needed help with my grandkids. If I had been by myself, I'm not sure I would have called I think I would have eventually called for help, but it will probably have been too late. So I'm telling you guys, know your system, know your body. Know those things that just don't feel right. And if it's a symptom of something you have, like for me, hypoglycemia, my scoliosis, and taking care of it in a normal way doesn't make it go away, call 911. Better safe than sorry. Had I delayed, had I not called, I wouldn't be here today talking to you. All because of this fluke heart attack that I had. And guys, share this out because women need to know. They need to know that a heart attack is not pain in your chest and radiating down your arm. Most women do not experience that. They need to teach that and specify that that's men and start teaching what women feel because we don't feel that. At no time did I really feel like my heart was hurting. My back was killing me. And I felt like I couldn't breathe well. That's what I felt. So guys, better safe than sorry. Please call for help. And here I am now, recovering gratefully, alive to talk about it. Hi, Maggie. And, now I take drugs, which I've never taken before because I don't like them. I don't like prescriptions. I don't like how I feel on them. And yes, me too, baby, me too. But now I take them. They gave me the lowest dose so that I don't react too harshly to them. But I am grateful to be here and I will take my drugs that I'm supposed to so that because what happens too is crazy thing is about your body is once they put a stent in your body, if you don't have the blood thinners and what you need to take, it could react to the stent like it did that chip of plaque and clot it all up and give you another heart attack. Really, crazy. Hi, Ramona. So I just want to tell you guys what happened, what I personally felt, and that you may feel something different, but really be aware. Be aware of what is going on in your body. And if it feels strange, yes, thank goodness, really. I'm glad I called too. And I'm glad my daughter gratefully has all these amazing, wonderful people that live in her neighborhood. I feel like, there should be like a little Muppet song or in here, but I am super grateful for the people that live in her neighborhood, because they knew what was going on. They didn't tell me, but I was so out of it. I didn't know what was going on anyway. But the hard thing was it happened in front of my grandchildren, and my granddaughter was really distressed about it because we had just lost my dad, her great grandpa, a couple months before this. She lost another great grandma, and she later said that she thought I was going to die, and that was the horrible part of it. But gratefully I did not, and here I am to talk about it. So yay, 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 yay. Absolute blessing. I'm so grateful that this was not my time to go. And I recognized enough was wrong that I called for help. And guys, that's just what I want to let you know. Even if you think, like I say, it's a symptom of something normally. Like normally I'm hypoglycemic. So if I'm feeling a little faint, I'll go get something to eat. Well, the thing is, it was more than that. That did not solve the problem. Getting some protein into my body, I still felt bad. So I knew something was up and I needed help. And I called my neighbor because I didn't think it was like major, but turned out to be major. And thank goodness, thank God, it was taken care of before it was too late. So just really listen to yourself, guys. Don't listen to, oh, well, I'm not having pain in my arm and, it doesn't feel like this. Doesn't matter. That's why tons of women die of heart attacks, because they think it's nothing and they're so busy, they need to go on with their lives. Stop, take care of yourself, and listen to those weird little things that are going on in your body, because your body's trying to tell you something. All right, guys. So that's what I wanted to come on and talk to you guys about today. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for sharing, because it is super, super important for all of you. And I really appreciate you being on here with me. Those people on Facebook, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. If you don't know not Facebook, YouTube. If you don't know my YouTube channel, it's Pumped Up Parenting with Celia Kibler. Would love to have you guys hop on. Lots of advice. Story time is there, but lots of great parenting tips and techniques and relationship advice as well. Oh, and guys, before I leave you, you're ready to learn how to be a better parent. I just put my Peaceful Parenting Academy online course, 7 modules, about 50 videos. Don't worry, they're just about on average 10 minutes each, so you can fit them into your busy schedule. It is 90% off for just the next few days. So grab it. It's a back to school special or back to crazy school special, All right, guys. In the meantime, you all have a wonderful day. Stay healthy. Exercise, get out in that fresh air, and, wear your masks. Keep healthy, keep COVID away. And I will talk to you next time live here on Periscope, Facebook, and on YouTube. Make it awesome. Here's wishing you days filled with peace, love, tons of laughter. It really is the best medicine. Bye, everyone.